Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to give my quick review over the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We want to give a special shout out to Kenya Summermore for carrying season 12 on her back. Thank God for her, because if it wasn't for Kenya, this season would be a snooze fest. Wake me up when season 12 is over. But because of Kenya, we getting through things. All right. Honestly, all BS aside, y'all, for real. There are some things that I want to address in this video. We're going to talk about karma. We're going to talk about where I felt like Lanithia and Marlo were actually correct. Let's go ahead and get into it. And don't tell me nothing that I had to say or got to say if you ain't gonna watch the full video. Don't watch 6 minutes of the video, then get in the comment section and be like, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. Girl, you ain't even watched the full video. So at that point, I don't even care what you got to say. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. So Portia is packing for Greece. Eva is in her confessional. They both find out that Kenya is getting a divorce via the blogs. Lanithia says in her confessional, were they together for real legally? Lanithia, I don't know why it's so hard for you to believe that you can have a man, but Kenya Moore can't. I just think it's comical. I'm not trying to be funny, but I just think it's comical that you have someone like Lanithia Leaks, who always wants to talk about if someone legally with someone, if someone has an arrangement, if someone has to pay a man. Just based off looks alone, Kenya could get a man. Lanithia, if you can get a man, Kenya damn sure can get a man. Greg came and yanked your ass off the stripper pole. Now you smelling yourself, girl. Anyways, so Candy and Cynthia meet up at Kenya's, and they're outside on the outside. I was wondering why the fuck these bitches sitting outside. I'm not sitting out, girl. If I was Kenya and I looked up my window and I saw the bitches sitting outside in the driveway, get your asses inside of here while y'all out there talking about me. If you got any questions, bitch, ask me. Cause I know y'all out there talking about me. Girl, that would have been me. Girl, so Cynthia and Candy sitting outside in the driveway. Candy says that after the event, things got really bad between Kenya and Mark. I remember Cynthia even saying something about that in the after show, I believe, last week. I'm going to watch the after show after I post this video, and then I'm going to make a video. Let me just say something, y'all. I want y'all to understand that I do know that when I make certain videos that everyone is not going to watch, right? I know that. I know that everyone is not going to watch my Hot Topics videos. I know that everyone is not going to watch my Real Housewives of Atlanta videos. I know that everyone is not going to watch my Chasing Dallas videos. I know that everyone is not going to I know that certain people come to my channel to watch certain videos. So you don't have to get in the comment section and tell me about me talking about a certain situation or video, because you don't have to watch the video. Period. But thank you for watching. But you don't have to watch that video if you find no interest in the topic that I'm talking about. Anyways, so yeah, Candy basically lets it be known that it's not her place to tell, but Mark and Kenya did get into a very heated argument after the charity event. Cynthia says that she does know some information that Kenya has told her, and based off of what Kenya has told her, that if she was Kenya, she would have been got her shit and left a long time ago. Brooklyn and all. Like, girl, that nigga ain't all of that, not to be going through the shit you going through. So clearly Kenya has been going through it with Mark, but, like some of y'all would rather, and this is the thing I think that people need to realize and stop acting fake and phony about. A lot of y'all are going through the same shit as Kenya Moore. A lot of y'all got trifling ass, no good men, and I'm not saying this to be mean, But a lot of y'all have trifling, no good men, just like Portia. And a lot of y'all are going through the same thing. So I do think it's actually kind of weird as fuck when I see a lot of women online screaming and hollering about this being Kenya's karma. We'll get to Kenya's karma in a little bit, but I think it's really weird how I see a lot of people screaming this is Kenya's karma, especially dealing with a man who clearly is emotionally abusive and mentally abusive. And girl, from what she say Mark ain't never touched her, so we're gonna go by her word. You know, like I said in my last video, a lot of women scream niggas ain't shit. And I'm just going by what y'all say. These niggas ain't shit. Girl, well, I know some of these niggas ain't shit too. But it's so funny how a lot of y'all scream this and then turn around and say that this is Kenya's karma by getting with an ain't shit nigga. But y'all was just screaming niggas ain't shit the other day. Anyways, girl. So, Mark basically pulled a Cordell stunt. She said that her publicist called her and asked her what the fuck was going on because Mark had just released a statement about them separating. So Kenya felt that she had to return the favor and release a statement about a divorce. You know, Cordell did the same thing to Portia. She found out via Twitter that her marriage was over. Kenya says that the man, that basically Mark wasn't being affectionate or I think she said he wasn't being loved. This is how you know that Kenya really does live in an alternate universe when it comes to her marriage. Because I would assume that, you know how most people become fraudulent in front of cameras and they start doing the absolute most? The simple fact that Mark hasn't even tried. Yeah, he grabbed her hand one time when they were walking into a building. Yeah, he slapped her on her butt. But for the most part, the negative has outweighed the positive. So just the simple fact that we really don't have a lot of footage of Mark being this loving person that you speak of. From what we see, Mark is a complete asshole. Complete asshole. So when Kenya, you make statements like, yeah, he wasn't being as loving. Girl, when has he ever been loving? Because we haven't seen it. Bitch, I haven't seen it, and I've been looking for it. Like I said, yeah, he smacked you on your cakes one day. He grabbed your hand and walked you into the building. But other than that, like, we really have no other things that we could say to back you up when it says that your husband is this loving person. But whatever. She says that they called an Uber. I think it's weird that they called an Uber, especially when I would assume they probably would have a driver because that's how Kenya got there, but whatever. She said they were arguing. They were close to each other. I put, baby, he was about to pop you. It got so bad that the Uber driver told Mark to get out. Again, Kenya says that Mark has never hit her. And I do believe that because Kenya Kenya was in a physically abusive relationship before, that there are certain things that, I don't know, I've never been in that situation. So I would assume that there are certain things that could probably trigger you or make you nervous. Even if it is your husband, even if it is your partner who you love and, you know, trust, that if they get a little too close, especially in the middle of an argument, how you could become uncomfortable. She said he goes in for her throat. I think it's so weird. Like, it's almost like his life, it's almost like his whole being on this show is to break Kenya down. Because she said, like, when they get into an argument, he goes for my throat. And I think it's sad because we know that Kenya has a mouth on her. Kenya has a mouth on her. So verbally, Kenya really could probably give Mark a fucking tongue thrashing for that ass. You know what I'm saying? Just the simple fact that she doesn't and she probably wants to, but that's her husband and she wants to respect her, or she probably knows how bad her mouth can get. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what the fuck? So it's just weird. It's just sad to see somebody like Kenya have to go through something with her husband, but we'll get into that later. Anyways, Cynthia asked her, do you want a divorce and just move on? I feel like Cynthia be asking the real fucking questions. She asked another question to Kenya earlier this season. I forgot what it was. But I feel like Kenya be asking real questions. Kenya finds text from, she says one of the women. One. Hold up. One of the women. Women is multiple, right? Right? When people say women, that means it's two or more. Am I right? Am I wrong? So, bitch, basically, you gotta, when I say I don't know how Portia and Kenya don't like each other. Because, bitch, y'all the same boat. She said one of the women was texting Mark and basically telling Mark how she wanted to continue to have, I guess that 50 Shades of Grey shit that Mark be pulling in the bedroom, somebody like it. If somebody like getting choked and slammed against the wall. Cause bitch, it's a bitch out there in Brooklyn, New York, who like all that rough shit. You know, choking bitches and pulling their hair and shit. She said she wants to keep getting fucked by Mark, basically. And Kenya said she called the woman. Now this is to me where I feel like if y'all said that this was Kenya's karma, I would be like, you might be right. I just can't get what y'all saying that Kenya's karma is being in a mentally and an emotionally abusive relationship, right? I can't get with that. I can't get with nobody saying that shit. Now, if you said that this was Kenya's karma for Tanya, because basically what Kenya basically is going through is a side chick situation, the same stunt that she pulled with Tanya when she brought the cookie lady in. Let me say something, y'all. Let me say something. Because a lot of y'all been saying that the cookie lady got a mug shot. Bitch, Portia got a mug shot too. Marlo got about 20 of them. Y'all still love them hoes. So the cookie lady having a mug shot don't mean shit to me. It's Nene got a mug shot. Was she stealing? So all I'm saying is, yes, the cookie lady probably got a mug shot, but still they ain't got shit to do with it. How many bitches ain't got mug shots? Well, I ain't got one. But I mean, yeah. Ow. So anyway, y'all. But yeah. So to me, if y'all said that this was Kenya's karma, I would be like, Kenya, bitch, you on your own, girl. Cause, bitch, low key, if Tanya wanted to pull that same stunt with Kenya, see, Tanya is a better bitch than I would ever be. She clearly takes the high road. Because even when she mentioned this in her confessional, she was just like, yeah, oh, this is why she was doing what she was doing. Girl, please, I ought to be looking for that bitch phone number. Straight up. Who? Her husband cheating on her. Oh, okay. Where the bitch live? Brooklyn? Okay. What's the name of his restaurant? Okay. All right, girl. That's all I need. And I'm going to find that bitch and bring her home to this show. So to me, that's karma in my eyes. So if Tanya did that, I'll be all here for it. I wouldn't even see nothing wrong with it. I'll be like, well, Kenya, you pulled that stunt when you should have got your ass whooped. Tanya just returning the favor. Kenya calls a side chick. Which means, let me say something. One thing I have realized that anytime a woman calls a side chick, she's basically letting it be known that she's not going no goddamn where. Girl, y'all had these men be making y'all look like fools on TV. Damn. Like, these men really be out here making y'all look like fools on goddamn TV. And y'all just be taking it. Just taking it. Just taking it. They started talking about, I guess that was his one mistake. One mistake? Let me just say something, y'all. And we're gonna move on to something. We're gonna move on to the next thing. People cheat, and the older that I've gotten, I realize that sometimes in some situations it's not so. When a person cheats, sometimes it's not as black and white as some people like to put it. And there are some situations when a person cheats, it could be some gray in the situation. I know that may sound crazy to some people. I'm not saying every situation. I'm not saying just a nigga who going out like Dr. Jackie's husband, who's very much so disrespectful. He felt like because he ain't got no fucking job, he retired sitting at the house every day. Now all of a sudden he feels neglected, so he go prance a bitch around Atlanta airport. That's not what I'm talking about. There are some situations where I could see like, I could see how your man probably cheated on you. How he probably went out one night, got drunk, and fucked a bitch. Kind of like, I'm about to get off subject, and then we're gonna get back on subject. Kind of like Quad and Dr. G. Y'all know I'm here for Quad. But if Dr. G and Quad had not had sex in what she said, what he was saying 3 or 4 years, that's a long time not to be having sex, especially when you want to have sex and you have a partner. So I could see how it could be a possibility that Dr. G went out one night and was drinking and was like, "Now I'm about to fuck this bitch." I could see how that could happen. Bitch, y'all ain't fucked in 3 or 4 years. So if that makes sense, well, I shouldn't even say that because some people gonna be like, "What you talking about? I don't know what you talking about." Girl, I shouldn't even say that. Basically, all I'm saying is this whole giving motherfuckers passes just because, like, bitch, you and that nigga ain't been married no more than what? Y'all been together for only, 3 years? And you already giving him passes on cheating? You get one mistake. I guarantee you, y'all go out there and hop on a dick and do a full split and see what your man say. These niggas will leave y'all asses. Because this is the difference between men and women when it comes to cheating. Men know a woman ain't gonna go nowhere. A woman gonna stay. The reason why a woman, if she does cheat, that bitch gonna make sure you can't trace shit back, because she know if a man find out, he leaving her ass. She know. So women do cheat, but women don't get caught because they know what the consequences are. And it's basically my husband, my boyfriend, my partner will leave me if I get caught. These niggas know, these men across the board. These men know that there is a probably what? Girl, 99% chance that you're going to stay if they get caught cheating. You're going to slap them. You're going to curse them out. You're going to make them sleep on the couch. You're going to make them go to their best friend house for a few days. But girl, within a month or so, girl, they're going to be back home. In a couple of weeks, they're going to be back home fucking you. So they already know. So it's not like am I really taking a chance? No, not really, because I know she ain't going nowhere. Just like Kenya. After all of what we've seen, Kenya ain't going nowhere. Look at Portia. Bitch ain't going nowhere after all of what we've seen. So just imagine what we've seen versus what really is going on. Anyways, child. Candy basically says, if she found out her man was cheating on her, bitch, Todd ain't going nowhere. Todd ain't cheating on you, girl. You think Todd Burris? You think Todd Burris about to cheat on you, Candy? So he can go back living in a loft or some apartment downtown? No. Bitch, you was the best thing that ever happened to Todd, okay? Todd ain't no fool. Anyways, Kenya says that she doesn't want to go on the trip because she knows these girls are going to throw it in her face. I mean, Kenya, like, girl, I love you to pieces, Kenya. But at this point, these hoes don't owe you shit, and you don't owe them nothing. Marlo even said at the airport, when Candy said, "Can we just be sensitive to the fact that Kenya is going through something like that?" Marlo said straight off the rip, "I ain't gonna be able to say. I'm probably not gonna be able to do that." On some real shit, y'all, I think this is what we all need to understand. There are people in the world that just don't fuck with each other, right? Marlo and Kenya don't fool with each other like that. They're cordial. I feel like they could have somewhat of a... I think Kenya trusts Marlo more when Nene is not around. I think all of the girls trust Marlo more when Nene is not around. But at the end of the day, Kenya don't owe shit to Marlo, and Marlo don't owe shit to Kenya. Kenya don't owe shit to Nene, and Nene don't owe shit to Kenya. So really, at this point, it really is, girl, every woman for herself. So, girl, whatever Marlo gonna throw, Kenya gonna find something to throw back. Whatever Nene throw, Kenya gonna find something to throw back. So, yes, I do feel Kandi was trying to be a friend when she told Marlo and Nene in the group, like, let's be sensitive. But at the end of the day, they don't have to be. Because I don't like that hoe and she don't like me. And now I know I got some shit, some dirt I can throw in that bitch face. Oh yeah, absolutely. So don't ask me to be nice to a bitch who I know can't stand me. And I can't stand her. And you think I got this dirt? You think I got this dirt? You think I got this dirt in my hand and I'm just gonna keep it in my hand? Hell no, bitch, I'm gonna bitch. That's gonna be me. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have to wait for you to, I'm gonna have to wait for when you find some shit out on me to throw it back at me. Y'all get what I'm saying? But I do think it's weird that people think that Kandi and Cynthia, like, this is how I look at it. When Kandi is your friend, Kandi is your friend. I will say that much. Kandi don't fuck around with her friends. Now, when she stop fucking with you, she stop fucking with you. But when she with you, she with you. And I think that it's hard for a lot of people to realize that Kandi and Kenya are actually really friends. They were not friends before, they were just cordial because of, her friendship with Phaedra. But they really are friends. So I think that people have this thing of Kandi don't really fool with Nene like that. Her and Nene just play nice nasty. Her and Marlo, to me, in my opinion, just play nice nasty. Her and Portia, the same way. The only two people, her and Tanya, she don't really fuck with Tanya like that. The only two people on this show that Kandi absolutely fucks with is Cynthia and Kenya. And that's it. So I think that y'all need to stop expecting or thinking that Kandi is going to turn her back on Kenya. Yes, Kandi, she can ask them to be nice to Kenya because that's her friend. But they don't have to because they don't like Kenya. And I wouldn't either if I was them. Just like if I was Kenya, I wouldn't be nice to them. That's usually what happens when motherfuckers don't like each other. They're not nice to each other. Anyways, Nene says she should have thought about that with Tanya. I'm going to say this much. Nene, why are you trying to take on Tanya's fight? Because even with all the hollering and screaming that y'all doing about what Kenya did to Tanya, let Tanya handle that. Tell me, Nene, what has Kenya done to you, girl? Then we can have a discussion. But at the end of the day, even with this being Tanya's fight, Nene got some information she can use against Kenya, and she gonna use it. Like I feel like a lot of people would. This is my first time seeing Portia at the airport with tennis shoes on. Remember that last time? Not the last time. Remember that time when Portia was selling her pussy to that African? Remember she had that $200,000 bag, and even Kandi and Nene was like, this bitch got a $200,000 bag. Portia was selling her pussy. I ain't mad at her, because if I had one, I'd sell it too. But what I'm saying is, Portia, you know damn well you couldn't afford that bag, especially when you was just at the mall, like, girl, the season before, talking about you can afford some shoes. Remember that? I remember it. I remember it well. But anyways, a Portia at the airport with some tennis shoes on. Mama Diane is coming. She's bringing the baby. Kenya, they finally arrived in Greece. Kenya made it. Let me say something. One thing y'all can't ever say about Kenya is that bitch don't face the music. That bitch face the music. She come. Kenya already know what this is gonna be about, but Kenya still come. She don't try to run away from it. Girl, let me go, because God knows I might as well get this shit over with, because these bitches gonna have something to say. So, girl, let me book this flight and go on and just deal with these bitches. I love it. Anyways, the room situation. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm with Portia on this one. Why does it always have to be a situation with the rooms? Like, I'm glad at this point that everybody got their own room. Because, look, I'm just gonna be honest. It's one thing if you go out the country with your friends and you have to share rooms. Because going out the country can be expensive for some people, right? Okay? So if I said, okay, girl, let's go to Barcelona. All right, girl, who I'm sharing a room with, because we got to split this bill in half. But bitch, these bitches can afford their own room. They can afford their own goddamn their own Airbnb or rental property if they go out of town. So I never understood why they always was sharing bedrooms and all that shit. Bitch, if we got to do all that, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that if I got... It's one thing if I don't have the money, but if I have the money, I'm not sharing a bedroom with now hoe in her. Do you hear me? Period. And I was with Nene too. Bitch, if I got to share a bedroom, I'm going to get a hotel room. Bitch, I don't work my ass off too hard to be sharing bedroom with... No. So I'm with Portia like... Why is it, I'm glad they end up getting their own bedroom, but why does it always have to be this big ordeal with bedrooms? Girl, Candy got this room, I got this room, y'all hoes go figure out what room y'all want. Period. End. But I guess we gotta make TV, so okay, whatever, girl. Girl, they arrived, it's cats everywhere. Portia said, who knew there was so much pussy in Greece? Good thing I done bring Dennis. Portia. You think you're not bringing Dennis? You think you're not bringing Dennis to Greece? Gonna stop him from getting pussy? He cheated on you while you was pregnant. He cheated on you after you was pregnant, and he was caught at Waffle House a couple of months ago with bitches at 4 o'clock in the morning. So Dennis gonna get some pussy, okay? He damn sure gonna get some down at you across the world, bitch, across the waters. He damn sure dipping and dabbling now, okay? So please don't worry. Don't worry, Portia. Don't worry that you didn't bring Dennis. Because he was getting it in. Anyways, child. I said Nene actually looks decent without makeup. She has nice skin. Cynthia goes to Nene's room. I just didn't understand what Cynthia was doing when she did this. Cynthia says that she wants Nene, if she feels it in her spirit, to speak to Kenya about, what's going on, or what's going on about Kenya within Kenya's marriage. I don't know. I just feel like. I don't know. Like, Cynthia, why? Like, in my eyes, like, you know that Cynthia and Kenya don't get along. And you know that Kenya and Nene don't get along. So if you know this, and if you and Kenya are as close as you say that y'all are, then why do you think that it would be appropriate for Nene to speak to Kenya regarding her marriage when you know that when you know that Kenya does not like Lanithia? So I'm gonna say that Cynthia was coming from a good place. Oh, this is one thing I want to mention about Cynthia too. Cynthia, you full of shit, bitch. Hold up. Because y'all really be like, I'm gonna say this much. One thing I have realized is that they all have their own parts to play. Like, Kenya is the villain on this show. Even when I was watching the after show, Eva made a comment like, okay, like Kenya's the villain. Like, they know that this is what Kenya's role is. And I think the reason why a lot of people don't like Kenya is because Kenya has accepted that she is this villain and she stands in her shit. And y'all can't break her down. You see what I'm saying? And she always got a response for the shit that she does. Because, like, Nene has said, Kenya is very calculating. And she is. She thinks about, before she steps into this role, it's like an actor. She steps into this role and she thinks about the things that she's going to do. And then she plays these different scenarios of how this could play out. Okay, if I do this, then this is going to end this way, this is going to end this way, this is going to end. Okay, I'm going to do this. If I do this, it's going to, no, I can't do that because it's not going to work out. Okay, if I do this, then I can explain why I did this and this and that. So Kenya does this. So even when it comes to the cookie lady, Cynthia, bitch, if it is true and from what I've heard y'all say, Cynthia invited that cookie lady to her engagement party, right? So why are y'all mad at Kenya? Well, no, I'm sorry. You could be mad at Kenya for bringing that cookie lady to the to that thing, because Kenya should have got her ass whooped for that. But what I'm saying is Cynthia was just as messy as Kenya, just as messy in that situation. Because bitch, you tried to get her to come to your engagement party. Why? Even if you thought Tanya wasn't gonna be there, you still tried to get her to come. Anyways, I just want to say that part. So I'm assuming that Cynthia has good intentions when it comes to her asking Lanithia to speak to Kenya. I don't know why she would ask her that, knowing that her and Lanithia don't get along. Okay. Just like Candy said in the confessional, Marlo, you're doing too much. Marlo, Kenya does not trust you. Bitch, I don't trust you. Marlo, we know that you and Kenya don't like each other in real life. Like in real life, right? Okay? Like in real life, outside of the cameras, Kenya does not like you. She has said it. You don't like Kenya. So I can't get with this whole act of you really being concerned about Kenya. Girl, you just want to know the info so when y'all get into another argument, you can have some shit to throw in her face. And I'm glad that Candy isn't really falling for it, because she knows exactly what you're trying to do. That's exactly why she didn't answer the phone when you called her, because she knew you was calling about some mess. Just like now at the dinner, she knows that you're doing all of this trying to get through the woods and you know what I'm trying to say. She knows what you're trying to do, girl. She knows. And girl, I see it too. You don't give a fuck about Kenya, and you don't have to. Because stop trying to act like you do when you know you're just trying to get the tea. Anyways, Nene speaks to Kenya. I will say this much. In my opinion, Nene did sound genuine, right? Or genuine, like Tanya says. Nene did sound genuine when she talked to Kenya. But again, I think we have to keep it in our, we have to understand that Kenya has not fucked with Nene this entire season. So even if Nene is coming from a genuine place, Kenya may not receive it that way, because girl, we haven't been fucking with each other forever. Now all of a sudden, the first time we get on camera in this group setting, girl, you want to speak on my marriage? Like, y'all know that does look a little bit like, okay, girl, we gonna play this game, girl. You want to play this game? Okay, girl, I'm gonna sit here. Okay, girl, what you got to say? Okay, girl. Like, Nene should have not been the one bringing it up at the table. The way it looked to me like Nene was the first one who spoke about it. But Nene shouldn't have been the one bringing anything up regarding Kenya marriage, because at the end of the day, like I keep saying, Kenya and Nene don't like each other. And even at this point in time, Nene and Kenya didn't like each other. Nene gets mad because Kenya, she responds and she basically calls out everybody at the table except for Nene. Yeah, Nene gets mad. Now this is how I feel about this. Nene. And bitch, I'm in my 30s, bitch, and I feel like I kind of have a grasp on this. If I did somebody wrong and I know I did them wrong, or if I know I have a situation with somebody we're not seeing eye to eye, and I'm trying to fix the situation, you probably did something to me, I did something to you. I can't keep pushing, and then see that you are not responding, and then be like, well, fuck her. I'm not dealing. She didn't say this, but she basically was like, I'm done. The door is closed. I've tried to give this girl 8 olive branches. Girl, fuck your branches. At the end of the day, she was not ready to talk to you. What you should have been saying was, yes, you know what? I'm done with it. However, whenever she's ready to talk to me, then she can talk. But I'm not about to keep reaching out, trying to get her to speak to me, trying to build some type of friendship, trying to make things better if she's not willing to participate. Once she's willing to participate, once she's willing to have a conversation, I may be open to it. But I'm done. I'm done reaching out to Kenya. That's what she should say. Not, I'm done, I'm over. Because at that point, bitch, you really probably didn't give a damn in the first place. You probably didn't give a damn in the first place. And so they talked to Kenya. Tanya and Candy talked to Kenya. And they were, I guess, speaking some truths. And so Kenya says, okay, I'm going to talk to the bitch. I'm going to take her a slice of pie and then let her know that this is not the time. Because the truth of the matter is, Nene girl, Kenya don't give a fuck about you. Kenya got a fucking narcissist as a goddamn husband, asshole, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, probably physical. We don't know. Girl, she's embarrassed as fuck. She done brought this woman around Tanya. Now she nervous Tanya gonna bring this bitch around her. Hello? So the last thing that Kenya is probably worried about is a friendship with Lanithia Leaks. Let's just be honest. But she says, okay, well, let me just go out and just let her know, girl, look, this is not the time. I got a lot of shit on my plate. Y'all know my nigga ain't shit. He ain't gonna ever be shit. I'm trying to hold on to an ain't shit nigga, because like a lot of y'all say, having a piece of a man is better than having no man. You got me fucked up, bitch. But of course, Candy is trying to explain this to Lanithia. Lanithia is upset. And again, Lanithia, if you really were, everybody does not work around your schedule, right? And if you really are trying to build a friendship with someone, you would say, you know what, Candy? I'm not reaching out to that bitch no more. Now, when she want to reach out to me, when she wants to have a conversation, then we can have a conversation. But bitch, I'm done. I'm done with it. So when Kenya came out and said, hey girl, look, I got a lot of shit going on. Maybe we can have a conversation again in a few weeks if you're available. Then, I'll let you know. And then you can say, all right, girl. Well, just let me know and I'll let you know if I'm available. That's how you really know if somebody is trying to build a friendship or rekindle a friendship or whatever the case may be. But Nene's response is basically, like I've always said about Lanithia, it's either, bitch, you gonna deal with it when I'm ready to deal with it, or either we not gonna deal with it at all. And that's a fucked up way to be, especially if you say you're trying to be somebody's friend. Everything don't revolve around your time, Lanithia. That's exactly why your ass came back scratching and groveling to these bitches, because they kicked your ass to the curb and they realized that, girl, the days of Lanithia Leaks being the HBIC are over. All right, y'all. What else? I did laugh. I did laugh. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed when Lanithia said she act like I fucked her man and stole her baby. I laughed. She act like I fucked her man and stole her baby. And then she said, let me go talk to my man so I can keep my marriage together. Please do, because we already know you got a divorce one time, Lanithia. We don't want to make it two. Have a nice night.